When it comes to cell phones, teens want them, usually, for different reasons than adults. Teens use their phones for more than just talking. They text message, instant message, and multimedia message. Plus, they use their cells for music. Can you think of other ways teens use cell phones? With an internet-capable phone, teens can also network on websites. But as much as teens love all the latest gizmos and gadgets, adding on those things also adds on to the cost. So, you would need to compare different cell phone and networking companies to find the perfect phone within your budget. But how would you begin? First, you would probably start noticing ads and commercials. Cell phone companies know that, and they want your business, so be smart and do your homework. You probably will also notice your friends' phones and ask about the different features. Then you might search the internet, download brochures, and maybe even visit cell phone stores. All of this is called previewing. You preview the information to get a feel for the highlights of each phone and the various payment plans. Previewing gives you a better sense of what to do next. It's the jump start towards making a wise purchase. Let's review again the important steps you would have taken in the previewing process. Previewing. You looked through numerous websites and brochures, focusing on words and details that stood out. You skimmed. You scanned. You skipped what was not important to your decision. You noticed what you liked or disliked about each phone. You asked friends about their phone's features. This shows how your mind previews new ideas. It's smart shopping, but that's not all. Previewing should also happen in school when you are about to face new material. By thumbing through an upcoming chapter, your mind is creating an overall impression. It's getting a jump start on the next lesson. For example, you just took an Earth Science chapter test. Chapter 6 is next. As you look through or preview the upcoming pages, you might be thinking, "Good, I already know most of this." Or, "Oh dear, this looks hard." Or, interesting." Or, "Maybe I can bribe the teacher to skip this chapter." Good luck with that one. As in your initial planning for a new cell phone, previewing gives you clues as to what's coming before turning to the details. Actually, previewing doesn't take long. It does give you a head start on the material, and it will increase your chances for getting a good grade on the chapter test. Knowing that, who would ever think to skip the preview process? Not one successful student. Do you know that 80% of what you need to learn is found in 20% of what you study? This is known as the 80-20 rule. No wonder it's a time saver to know what you're going to study even before you begin. Previewing also eliminates the mystery of what is going to be important, because already you're checking out the bold words, italics, colored type, vocabulary box, pictures with captions, and sometimes even the questions at the end, briefly. Remember, don't look for details. Just skim for the big picture. Here's a hint. Teachers should help you with this, but if they forget or don't know how, then do it yourself. Hey, maybe you can teach the teacher. Previewing also highlights interesting information while it relaxes you about content you have already learned. Whew, I studied that last year, so this section will be a breeze. And it gives you an insight into how the whole chapter is organized. Let's see, first we'll study this, which I know, and then that, which I don't know, and then some vocab, and then a review, then some practice problems, and then we're done. I can do this. If you think of previewing as the warm-up stage, you'll know why it's important. Can you imagine an athlete competing without first warming up? Never. Can you imagine a singer or a pianist performing without warming up? No. Can you imagine tackling new information without previewing it first? Of course not. Without previewing, self-directed learning is impossible. But by surveying the chapter and generating a few insights and questions, you will improve your concentration, memory, and learning. Call this the 100-100 rule. 100% guaranteed 100% of the time. Picture yourself out of the gate and down the road to success. Now you're ready for step 2, which involves taking a closer look at the material. If you've previewed well, you'll be more than ready to dive into the details.